Oppa, when here. I'm feeling pretty low, and it's too late when I'm informing you cause I have already passed through the boarding gate. Oppa, I'm not more enthusiastic about the test result, but all I wanted you to hide me to protect me. It's been a month, Oppa. Cook haven't called me, contacted me. I don't even know which country he is now. I waited for a freaking month. Everyone knows where he is, except me. I'm feeling lonely, Oppa, and I'm tired of feeling that. Oppa, I'm feeling like I'm not a kid, not feeling like a grown up one. I'm feeling like I have lost the ability to stand on my own feet. I'm feeling like I can't tolerate anyone, yet I can't live alone. And I only have you to share this. I feel like crying, sleepy but can't sleep, hungry yet can't eat anything. The worry of losing him has eaten up my body. I'm going to go through the most powerful breakdown, and I hoped you would hide me somewhere in your favorite hiding spots. But I guess the circle is too small. You six men has always taken care of the golden Makne, and I never wanted you to stand for me against him. Just take care of him. And for him, just inform him that I have realized one thing. Every relationship comes with its own span of time. I'm leaving cause I have no more power to endure the criticism, or I don't want to see him to protect me from the harsh reality. I'm leaving him. And I know the moment he will got to know that I have left him, he might or probably he will went to his darkest insecurity. He will probably be reasoning himself about his insecurities, but probably the relationship I'm ending cause it might have completed its lifespan. If you request someone unknown to take care of your things for good 5 minutes, and even if you return after 10 minutes, you would find the person still be there. Please treasure my Jungkook. From your stubborn sister, Pan. Before the cabin crew started announcing the passengers to activate the airplane mode, when pressed the send button, sighed as the double tick was visible after sending her goodbye message to Taehyung. And the flight took off from Incheon Airport. Mrs. Jeon Wan left Seoul. It was the day when John Jungkook was returning home from his 15 days business trip, which was elongated to a month due to work pressure. Taehyung and Jungkook both planned to surprise her with a positive test report of full sibling DNA test. So they actually planned to avoid her through the whole time since Jungkook left for the business trip. And accidentally he had to leave Seoul at the next day. He drew the sample for the DNA test. Taehyung was busy as he was preparing a grand surprise for his baby sister. A smile was curved on his lips as he checked the notification. Text message from my baby sister. They assumed she must be asking for the report or Jungkook's arrival. He took a few minutes to settle the work he was doing before tapping on the notification. He read the message. First time, second time, multiple times. He could feel his thinking power was drawn. He just realized that they have actually left her lonely for a pretty good month in order to surprise her. He was hit by the reality how frustrated one could be for the last 30 days when she was being trapped, being avoided, being tracked. They paused for a moment before dialing Cook's number. One had never called or messaged none of the six men, as Jungkook was not allowed to share his international phone number to anybody else due to security issues. She didn't call the laboratories where the testing samples were sent. It means she was struggling with something else. He murmured as remembered how pale she was looking these days. How did she deny to consume her favorite food these days as per the maid's report? He inhaled deeply. Glancing at the time, he calculated Jungkook's flight must have landed. He copied and pasted Wan's message to Cook's chat box before calling him. Somewhere in his mind, he refused to face the reality, still thinking it was a scary dream. Result of his anxiety, his mind was in haze. His thinking abilities were blurred. Incoming call from Lil Jon was flashed on Tae's phone. Jungkook actually called Tae to know how the planning was going on. After dialing Tae's number, he realized they had just sent him some messages. They received the call. Young? What's this message? Jungkook asked. Tae's voice almost choked, struggled to form words to figure out what would he say. How would he explain him the situation? It was just his calculations, his analysis, his imaginations. Moreover, he didn't have any answer as one hadn't mentioned where she was going. He was all clueless. Meet me. I'm sending you the location. He managed to answer. The matter was highly sensitive and they didn't dare to trust even the CEO's manager, though he was trustworthy enough. Jungkook needed to concentrate while driving. After receiving Tae's location, he just casually tossed his phone on the passenger's seat. Van. He just mumbled her name before igniting the engine. Taehyung was already waiting for him at the location where they had planned to surprise Van. Stepping out of the car, Jungkook headed towards the farmhouse. Hyung, are you two trying to prank me? Tension was prominent in Jungkook's tone. They looked at him with trembling eyes. Cook, have I lost her again? Jungkook tried to look at Tae. The amount of emotions in Tae's eyes. Jungkook had never noticed in his Hyung's eyes, even in his darkest downs. Hyung? All he could utter before gulping down as his mind was continuously failing to form a plan while his heart ached, thinking he would never be able to see her, touch her, love her, avoid her for a month to surprise. He would never be able to make her unwrap the gifts he had prepared for ignoring her these days. Call Miss Kim and ask her to come here, or ask her brother. They have studied in the same junior school, same mid school. Most probably, she has planned to go where any of her doctor friends lives. She is a registered doctor, so in order to survive, she need to earn, and the easiest way of earning is joining a hospital. They tried to make a rough plan. There are 194 countries except Korea in the world. Young, why I have planned to do so? His voice trembled while his fingers were busy on his phone screen, searching for Miss Kim's contact number. Jungkook breathed deeply before dialing Miss Kim's number, and soon he realized that he was blocked from the other end. Cook, Miss Kim has blocked my personal number. They. Let me call Kim Wobin, and I would suggest you to inform your manager. Cook, you know about them? They. I have researched about Van's past before asking for the DNA test. Miss Kim and her brother's information was unnecessarily, yet it was exposed to me during the procedure. Miss Kim or her brother doesn't know about the situation, but I think they will help you if they got to know about the situation. Let me call him personally. Cook, do you know him? They. Losing my sister is something I can't afford, Jungkook. Cook, can I come with you? They. You are not driving and you can't cry. Don't be anxious. And we need to find her. Cook, Young, what if she's. He was about to utter the word pregnant, but due to some unknown reason, he didn't dare to. and a notification popped in Tae's phone. His request of appointment with Dr. Kim Wobin was confirmed. They zoomed the location before igniting the engine of his car. I can't lose her so easily in the crowd. Jungkook just nodded silently, trying to control his tears. In Wobin's cabin, Dr. Wobin was waiting for the next patient. He replied casually against a soft knock on the door of his cabin. Please come in. Jungkook followed Taehyung's lead this time, and Wobin frowned. John, you? And he wanted to ask about the handsome faced gentleman who was looking too worried for some reason. 안녕하세요. 김태형입니다. A deep voice almost blew Wobin's mind. John Wen's elder brother? Wobin questioned. Gentlemen, glad to meet you. As long as I know Dr. Wen, I guess she wasn't that lucky to be called someone's sister. They, Wobin she? I know it's our first meeting. I know I should not be so much open up about my family life, but one is upset and she has decided to stay away from us. Wobin. I guess John Jungkook is her husband and are you defending him? It must be him and where has she gone? We actually don't know where she is. She left Seoul after dropping a message on my chat box and I can't blame Jungkook entirely. We mutually planned to surprise her. He was on a business trip and Wobin. How can I help you? They. Can you tell me who was her closer friends and who lives in abroad? Wobin. Interesting request, Mr. Kim. Guess you are aware of the fact that I have a huge crush on her. They nodded. And of course, every friends of her are talented doctors and they are currently our employees. Each and every one. Wobin looked at Jungkook, jet-lagged with swollen eyes. His heart ached for him. He tried to console his childhood friend. Yet he had seen her growing up. He had analyzed her character such a way nobody could deny his pure-hearted love for her. Wen is such a simple girl though. I guess Jungkook had to do nothing but caring her. She is a person who loves to be loved and cared. If she had stopped caring for you, Cook, if she had stopped being angry or upset, it means she doesn't love you anymore. But as she has left you, it means she still loves you, but I guess you ignored her. You didn't reassure her through your actions. Your stupid love views don't actually help in growing up the relationship. Woven tried to control his emotions. His lips trembled. I have always wished a happy life for her. Jungkook finally spoke with a shaky voice. Hyung, how can I find her? Wobin, can you track her? Cook, her phone is switched off. I don't know whether she would switch on her phone or not. Wobin, even if she had decided to go to the commercially updated countries, she will definitely hide herself from the Jeons or the Kims, but the world is round, a small sphere. The smaller it would be for you, the quicker you would be able to find her. Woman. And one more thing. She will definitely not hide herself. She will definitely live a supernormal life, exposing herself into daylight. You must use your all possible connections to find her, and I will use mine too. I just hope she would be fine. Safe. They. Do you think she will return to Korea? Wobin. Yes, she will, but in future. Till then, she would stalk us in social platforms, including my sister, definitely. She would be testing your loyalty. They. What if Miss Kim helps Jungkook to grow his business? What's about a partnership for the growth of the business purely? Cook. Are you crazy, Young? She will kill me. They. Even for that, she would need to meet you. Thabo. They knew Jungkook would experience some of his hardest breakdown in his life. He knew the golden Magna's nature, emotional. He could push himself beyond anyone's imagination. He could create boundaries, he could break rules, and at this point he needed to be handled by someone who had genuine affection for him. And the person was none other than Miss Kim. Wobin she? Can I have your personal contact information? Taehang desperately asked. Though they tried to wear a gentle smile, but his worried eyes screamed for help. Wobin noticed that and he guessed it right. They was worried for Jungkook and Wobin was too. After sharing the contact information, they and Jungkook left from the room. In the car, they, Jun, wanna rest? Let's go home. Cook, take me somewhere where there is no one's memory. They, are you regretting or hating her? Cook, I'm just trying to stop myself from hating her. They, are you sure what are you saying? Cook, this is first relationship for both of us. She is the one I could even identify her being blindfolded with a smile. I can tell it's her feeling her hair's texture. My hands are still habituated with the gap to grab her shoulder. Indeed, she's the stubborn one. I know she still loves me with pure heart, but she is more cruel. She doesn't know how to forgive, and it's not right. She at least could give me a chance to explain something. They, 30 days cook. She only assumed that you were alive, and nobody even confirmed that. When you left Seoul, you were having 39-degree temperature. Can you feel how much guilty she was? She didn't know you were about to surprise her. I don't want to be strict on you, and I'm not taking her side or defending her, but it's true. You need to accept this. You have planned 30 days back to back schedule for her. The emergency OTs. She had worked 30 consecutive days in a row. There was nobody beside her. You have already started hating her. When you have accessibility to use all the networks to find her. You have me, woman, maybe Miss Kim, and you know, you know that we really love you, particularly you. Whatever Miss Kim had done, it was purely for you. When you have all your support, you are saying that you are trying to stop you from hating her? My sister doesn't deserve this kind of love, John. Cook, I know, and I'm guilty for that. I have pushed the limits for her first. But she had set it to infinity. This is unfair, huh? They then crave for her. Cherish the moments you have spent together and fill up your each and every connection to find her. As much as I know her, she would return to you, but only then when it would be you. She would still be hoping that you would be there in the airport, although she is aware of the reality. Cook, you are trying to say that I can found her. They, if she had the guts to take a flight to India to find her biological brother who was adopted from Korea and her brother who had spent a long time with her husband under one roof. Would it be possible for her to join the both ends to make it a circle if she wasn't optimistic enough? Cook, Young, what if I can't find her? What if I have already lost her? They, I know you will. It may take 3 to 4 days, but Cook, what if this hide and seek game continues for longer time? What if it took more than 3 to 4 days, 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 months, 3 to 4 years? They, then I would stop believing in the power of money. Cook remained speechless for next few moments.